Hoopla, I will be playing. Not sure how many teams though. Maybe
Yeah.
one, maybe
Okay.
two,
Oh, cool.
max 3.
When is it? July?
July 27th, 28th,
That's
last week of
around,
July.
that's very near the
It's the week
Ironman.
after the
You're going to be
Ironman.
very in shape.
I'll
You're
be
going to be in
golden.
peak performance.
Golden. Yeah, maybe.
Well, that's exciting.
Not basketball shape,
Oh, yeah.
unfortunately. Yeah.
Hi, this is Jordan Hill with Dirt to Sky Business Podcast. And thank you to Compass Visuals and Collier Law for making this episode possible. I am really excited today because I have Alex Ferry with Ferry Insurance on the show.
I made it.
Yeah, you made it.
Yes.
I've been waiting because
really?
you are, yes.
Oh boy.
Because we've done races together. We are in a mastermind together. You're just, everybody knows who you are around here.
Hopefully. That's
Yeah,
the goal.
they do.
I
know.
That's marketing. Yeah.
Yeah,
It should
great
be working.
marketing. You're such a great business person. And I just, I'm honored to be your friend. And so I'm just excited about today.
Thank you. Yeah, it means a lot. It's been fun watching Salem Business Journal take off and just the direction and everything you guys are doing. So yeah, it's exciting to be here.
Exactly. Yeah. Just this community, I love Salem. I know you love Salem. So what SBJ is doing to revive the community and just, make Salem great again.
Yep. And adding value. Yeah.
Exactly. Well, cool. Well, I know that we're going to dive into some good things because you do so much. You're always doing so many things. But I would love for you to share a little bit about you. Have you always lived here? A little, I know you have a family and your business, and just kind of share who you are and what you do.
Yeah. So, I mean, I grew up in Salem, been here my whole life. Went to every local school, McKinley, Leslie, South Salem. Ended up going to Schmeketa, playing basketball there. That's a whole nother side story on how I got into basketball. But then ended up at Corbin through basketball and finished out my years there, and then even completed my MBA over there as well. So, yeah, that's kind of the academic journey. And then my wife and I, we've known each other since 3rd grade, actually. And so,
didn't know that.
yes, yeah. So she always had a crush on me, but not so much. My brain hadn't developed, like most guys, until 20 or so. And so then in my senior year, we started dating and then got married. 9 years. And then my daughter, she's just 3.5 years old at this point. And so
she's so cute.
Yeah, she's adorable. Actually, it's not fair.
Not that you're biased.
No,
but actually, I am not biased, and she's very cute.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Yeah. So tell me a little bit about Ferry Insurance.
Yeah.
How did that come to be? When did you realize that's what you were going to do?
Yeah. So it started my dad's been an insurance agent for about 15 years or so. My grandpa before him was an insurance agent. And so you would think that's all I had on my mind, but never crossed my mind until it came to starting to look at different career paths. So I always thought I would get a degree, work my way up the corporate ladder, work at some cool business, and I don't know, maybe travel a little bit through the business, whatever it might have been. So I worked at Nike for a year and a half or so, worked at Costco. Eventually, in my college years, started to figure out, okay, well, what do I actually want to do? Kind of realized corporate wasn't all it was cracked up to be, at least for me personally. And so decided that going the entrepreneur route would probably be more my bent, just the creative side, and having a lot more control of what you can create with it. And so, yeah, I worked for my dad for about 5-6 years, learned a lot. I love him as a mentor and a dad, and couldn't have asked for a better guy to have in my life. And so learned a lot. And then about 3.5-4 years ago, opened my own insurance agency. And so been doing that ever since.
Oh my gosh. When you were working for him, was it with the goal to open your own?
Yeah, so the first 2 years were really just like, okay, let's learn what insurance is, and do I even like it? At age 22, I had no idea how it worked. Most people don't, and so I was like, okay, let's just get into it, see how it goes. And then after 2 years, I was like, okay, this is my career path. Like
Mm-hmm.
I've kind of figured it out.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, it took a little bit,
Wow.
but
Yeah.
yeah.
So now, of course, you had a wonderful mentor, and that's amazing that you're able to have that foundation. But as anyone listening knows, I mean,
Yeah.
you still started from scratch. You started your own
Mm-hmm.
agency. What did it look like when you started hiring? Like, how did you know it was time? I
Yeah.
mean, how many?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you have quite a few. How many work for you now?
Yes. Yeah. I mean, it's kind of complicated because
Yeah.
my dad and I still kind of work together, but
Mm-hmm.
not really. And
Right.
so, like, directly for me, I have 7 full time
Yeah.
team members. And so,
That's so cool.
when I first started, I really poured into the business. And so I
Mm-hmm.
started out with, I believe I had 3 full time team members, and then
Mm-hmm.
just have continued to grow it each year, and with
Yeah.
hopes of reinvesting back in and continuing to add to the team. And so,
Yeah.
it's been really fun just to have
Yeah.
that aspect of it, and then now pass along the mentorship and the training side of it
Mm-hmm.
to people that are trying to figure out their own lives and what they want to do with their careers.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. Are the you said they're full-time sales people.
So we
Are
have
they
sales and service, and so we
mm-hmm.
have
Are
really a
they
team.
1099 or
Nope. Yeah.
W2?
So we
Wow.
only do
Mm-hmm.
W-2s. And so
Yeah.
usually keeps it a little easier. And
Yeah.
then the team likes it because they don't have to question if they're going to get paid or not.
That's right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
consistent.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
that's so cool. What was one of the maybe an unexpected challenge that you faced when you were starting your agency?
Hmm. I don't know if it's unexpected. And I mean, anyone in business probably has the same challenge. Generally, it's always people. When someone doesn't that you thought was going to be a really good fit for the role, and
Mm-hmm.
then they back out of it, or it's like,
Yeah.
oh, never mind, they found a different opportunity. And so
Right.
it's more so like I expected those things to come, and they did happen. And
Mm-hmm.
so it was just navigating them now as a business owner versus watching it in my dad's office. So
Right.
walking through it versus
Mm-hmm.
observing and watching it.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Is there something you found that you can kind of maybe look for to see if that might happen with them? Are there any signs of that?
I mean, I feel like I learned a lot from my dad and how
Yeah.
to approach hiring and training. And so on the front end, it's a lot of time spent making sure that people actually want to pursue a career with this. And so
Yeah.
rather than trying to talk people into the career path and into what opportunity I may have that could
Right.
be great, um, I tell them the good, the bad, the ugly,
Mm-hmm.
everything that hopefully talks them out of wanting to work for my
Mm-hmm.
office. And so
Yeah.
generally weeds out anyone that's like, oh, that seems like a cool place, but
Right.
I don't know.
Seems fun and
Yes,
easy.
yeah.
Yeah.
And so I think that's helped a lot because we don't lose people into the 6 months to 12 months. Like if people come on
Mhm.
with us, they're here at least 2-3 years or more.
Yeah.
And so our tenure is pretty long compared to most places.
Right.
Hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. What do you look for when you're hiring?
Yeah, I generally like the number one thing is we want people to have a servant heart, and so that's our biggest thing that sometimes can be measured, sometimes can't be. But
Mm-hmm.
just talking through family dynamics or what they do in the community,
Yeah.
you can kind of get a feel for like, okay, they actually care about people versus someone that's really just there for a paycheck or trying
Yeah.
to earn the next bonus, whatever it might be. And so we really want people that care about their community, they care about their family, they care about their friends around them,
Mm-hmm.
because the people that are serving like our office, we want to have our same heart,
Right.
which is really just taking care of people as best we can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would love to hear more if you have core values or mission statement or anything like that within your agency.
Yeah, I mean our core values and mission statement are really built on serve people. It's really
Mm-hmm.
simple,
Yeah.
and so serve people is really broad, but it's really serving our community, our clients, and our team. And so
Mm-hmm.
that's my dad and I's focus is really serving
Yeah.
those three, and then obviously the team will serve each other and the community
Mm-hmm.
and our customers. And so
Yeah.
yeah.
What do you mean? What are some examples of serving others? Of
Hmm.
course, you provide insurance services, so
Yeah.
it's obviously more than the bare minimum. So, what
Yeah.
does that kind of look like for you guys?
Yeah, it usually comes in the approach of more just caring about that individual and the family.
Mm-hmm.
Because I mean, just like any industry, there's always ways to like increase a payout on something or get paid more. And so our bent is just do what's best for your customer.
Mm-hmm.
And so just talking
Yeah.
through that with people, understanding what needs are, and then helping provide options for those needs,
Mm-hmm.
and really letting people pick, because some people have a different budget than others, and so
Right.
they're going to choose what they want to protect themselves with. But
Mm-hmm.
we just want a team that's really caring about what our customers want
Mm-hmm.
from us.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And then what about serving each other on the side of within your team or in the community?
Hmm. Yeah, I mean, but we're
Yeah.
we're out and about in the community
Mm-hmm.
more than most, and
Yeah.
it's something that I've learned from my dad. And when he first started, he followed all of us kids through all of our sporting events or wherever we went to school, and it
Yeah.
was like, oh, there's a Jeep shirt there, or the red Jeep showed up to the football game, whatever it is. And it was just, it followed us wherever we went. I got to see that firsthand, and like, you can choose that your business can be in the community, it can
Yeah.
participate in the events that you want to.
Yeah.
And so like through our team, we are always just trying to find new things to get them in the community and have them build that brand for us. But also, most of it's just community service, where it's just showing up,
Mm-hmm.
having fun, making sure other families are having a good time.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. Well, it's true. I see you everywhere,
Yeah.
but it's like you guys truly go the extra mile and do serve the community, and it
Mm,
sets you apart.
yeah.
And not that I'm, you didn't ask me to say this, but like we use you personally,
Yeah.
Mike and I do. It's just like been the best decision ever. So,
Well,
I
thank
mean, you
you.
guys definitely go above and beyond.
Yeah.
But have you, of course, you are still in business with your dad in some capacity. Do you do things differently from him? How has
Mm.
that been, kind of finding how you do things differently than him?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing was coming into like having my own agency was like,
Yeah.
okay, everyone knows who Ted Ferry is, but
Mm-hmm.
who's Alex Ferry? Like, who the
Right.
heck's that guy?
Yeah.
Is he brothers? Is he son?
Yeah.
Like, what's the relation? For me, it was just when I first opened up my office, it was plugging into as many things as I could
Yeah.
to get my name out there. And
Mm-hmm.
so that was really the only way I saw that I could at least stand out a little bit. Like,
Yeah.
we
You could
still
have changed
cross.
your last name.
Yeah, I could have changed last name. Maybe that was
Yeah.
a better, easier way to go. But yeah, I mean, it was mostly just how to differentiate in a different
Mm-hmm.
market. And so I think I've done a good job of that. And like, our circles are always going to cross over just because we have so
Right.
many shared values
Mm-hmm.
that it's going to
Yeah.
happen where we have the same connections.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but I think that was probably the biggest thing, is me just taking the step to actually focus on differentiation.
Right.
Hmm.
Your agency has just a really high level of visibility in the community. I mean, you're wearing, you're always in khakis unless you're doing athletic things,
Yes, yeah.
but
Can't
you're
wear it
always
when I'm
in.
biking or doing a
Yeah. I mean, I
triathlon.
wouldn't
Yeah.
be surprised if you tried, but
Maybe I should. Good idea.
but or maybe not. I
Yeah,
don't know.
probably.
But you dress the part. You have the Jeeps everywhere.
Mhm.
I see them everywhere.
Yeah.
And you're always out just in the community, and I think that's why everybody knows who you are. What are the reasons you do that? What have you noticed comes from that? Is
Mm.
it just more business, or I'd like to hear a little more about that.
Yeah, so the Jeep started back when
Mhm.
my dad first opened his office. And
Okay.
so he had a Jeep growing up. And when he
Mhm.
opened his agency, he was like, well, I'll make it fun. And so he got a Jeep, put his name on
Mhm.
it. And
Yeah.
so that's really where it all began. And then as I worked for him, all of us kids had a Jeep. But through high school, he says it was an accountability tool to where he would get phone calls whenever we weren't driving so
Oh,
safely.
smart.
So
I'll lock that away.
I don't know if that was actually why, or if he wanted more marketing.
Yeah, he's
But
like, they will report
maybe
back.
both. Yeah. And
Yeah,
there may have been a
smart.
couple calls. I won't say which siblings got the most, but we've all had our turn. But that's how it all started, was just through the family. And then
Yeah.
once I opened my office, even before that, we started to do it for our management team.
Yeah.
And people that were out and about in the community, kind of doing their own events, just participating more. And so it
Yeah.
was a way to really hopefully reward them, make them feel like they're important because they are.
Right.
And then at the same time, it's something that we can use for events and parades
Mhm.
and all the fun things that we get to do in the community.
Yeah.
And so now it's just continued to build. And so we have a lot of them out on the roads, but it really is more so just a way to say thank you to our team,
Mhm.
giving them
Mhm.
a car to drive, but
Yeah.
then also it helps on the marketing side. I wouldn't say we get direct business from it, but
Right.
it definitely helps build the brand and the recognition,
Yeah.
and people know the Jeeps. They may just not know what they're associated with.
Right.
Hmm.
Yeah. So the management team can drive them, or now
So
anybody.
they're assigned to each person that kind of earns. It's usually earned through
Ah,
tenure and what they're getting
awesome.
plugged into. And so,
That's a
yeah.
great motivation.
Hmm.
That's so
Yeah.
cool. And
Yeah.
they get to be, recognized as part of your team,
Hmm.
which is fun. And,
Yeah.
you guys are very modern,
Yep.
So, yeah,
Yeah.
that's
No, I
awesome.
think a lot of them enjoy it. We always ask them
Yeah.
and make sure, like, hey, would you
Yeah.
enjoy driving a Jeep? Like, if they
Right.
need a minivan, like, Jeep's probably not the best fit for
Right.
them. But
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
So we've talked about your agency, like marketing, branding, visibility. What about you personally? Like, is everything you do about your agency? I mean, I see you as a leader in other areas. And so what marketing do you do as an individual, even though of course they complement each other?
Yeah. I mean, I think a lot of it comes back to kind of what you're asking is what's my personal brand
Mhm.
is kind of what I'm hearing.
Yeah.
And like the way my wife and I kind of plan our lives and years, we have our F's that we live by. And so like we go by faith, family, finance, fun,
Mhm.
and fitness. And so like
Yeah.
those are things that we always have just as goals and areas that we want to improve on. And so
Yeah.
I'd say that's really
Mhm.
what everything's kind of based off of. And
Mhm.
so I really try to live out my life based on those values. And generally, how the business operates is in alignment with,
Yeah.
yeah.
When you are, whether it's with her or your dad, I mean, just whoever you're sitting down with your goals, how often do you kind of evaluate those five F's, and how does that overlap with your business goals, and
Yeah.
how often are you like going over these?
Yeah. I mean, we do kind of an annual planning meeting where my wife and
Hmm.
I will just go get away for a weekend, and then we'll
Oh,
just
cool.
write everything down,
Yeah.
recap the last year and plan for
Hmm.
the next year. And obviously there's some areas where you're not always going to hit the marks, but
Right.
then my wife's very artistic, and
Hmm.
so she puts together like a whole kind of
Like a vision board.
yeah, well,
Oh, I
I
love
mean,
it.
like a very artistic, like very
Oh.
clean,
Oh,
and like,
wow,
yeah,
yeah.
it's very impressive. I would have no desire. Like mine would be Excel spreadsheets with everything.
Yeah.
Hers is creative and very well
Yeah,
done.
yeah.
But yeah, it sits on our fridge, and then
Mhm.
so we see it daily, and then we'll usually
Yeah.
cover it maybe every 2 3 months, get on things, or if there's areas where it's like, oh shoot, we said we wanted to get this project done around the house and we haven't even started
Yeah.
it, then it at least reminds us like, hey, let's pick this conversation back up. But
Because
yeah.
time flies. It's so easy to lose sight of
Hmm.
where you're at,
Yep.
not constantly checking in with your goals.
Yes. Yeah. The year starts, and
Mhm.
then summertime we fill with busyness, and then
Mhm.
after summer it's like, oh, we haven't checked off anything, and it's September now.
Yeah.
And so it's a good accountability piece, but helps us like know that we're both on the same page with things, and
Yeah.
helps remind each other like, hey, remember we did talk about the your opinion or my
Yeah.
opinion.
It's like
Yeah.
you get on the same page and set
Mm-hmm.
those together.
Yep. Yeah,
That's
exactly.
awesome. Yeah.
Yeah.
How about on the business side? Like,
Mm-hmm.
what do you go over as far as like goals and numbers, and who do you come up with those yourself? Do you partner with your dad on
Mm-hmm.
those? How often do you go over those?
Yeah, so my dad and I have had the opportunity to do those together
Hmm.
generally, and so at the
It's
year,
awesome.
yeah, I know. So at the year end, we'll kind of recap current year, where we are, where we're gonna finish up approximately, and
Yeah.
then we start looking to next year, like, okay, or do we want to kind of keep the same trends? Do we want to grow in a few different areas?
Hmm.
And so within the business side, we also have our P's that we operate under, and
Oh,
so
okay.
my dad, I think I won't spoil it, but I think he's probably gonna write a book, maybe.
Oh,
I
okay,
think it
okay.
would be really
That's
cool.
cool.
Or at least compose his thoughts.
Yeah.
He doesn't like to read, but I
Right.
think like he has
Oh.
a lot of wisdom.
Yeah. Well, now you can just talk out loud and they'll have the writers write it for you. So
Exactly.
he
Yeah.
could do
He
that.
could just
Mhm.
use
Yeah.
AI.
Yeah.
Fixes
Yeah.
everything. Yeah.
Exactly.
So
That's
we
better.
use our P's when we go through that planning. And so
Okay.
similarly, like we start with prayer, people, planning, process, promotion,
Mhm.
and we walk through all of them and like,
Yeah.
okay, where's our team at for this next year? Where's
Mhm.
like what kind of marketing do we want to focus on, or maybe change direction in a
Yeah.
few different areas? And so that's really helped both of us, just because gives us someone to bounce ideas off of, but then
Mhm.
also now we hold each other accountable to those goals throughout the
Yeah.
year.
Yeah.
And we'll usually do like a quarterly check-in, make sure trends are on track, and then even like, I mean, we'll see each other on a weekly or monthly basis, and so
Right.
we're always kind of touching base.
Yeah. You only see each other week or monthly?
I'd say weekly, but
Oh,
like
okay.
those weekly spurts aren't like we'll sit down
Yeah.
and talk for
Right.
an hour. It's
Yeah.
like, oh hey, how are
Yeah.
you?
Yeah.
Yeah, on to the next thing.
Yeah.
Like
So you just have to
s-
intentionally make sure you sit down
yes,
for those.
yes, yeah. And so
Mhm.
our schedules tend to like not align
Yeah. I
super
mean, you are
well.
each running your own agency.
Yes,
It's
yeah.
just, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Interesting. Do you incorporate any form of AI into your business?
Yes.
What do
Yeah.
you
So
do?
we use it not for everything,
Right.
but it is very helpful in the realm of templates now. So whether
Mhm.
it's emails, even texts, or just phone scripts to help our
Mhm.
sales team,
Oh,
it
yeah.
just helps give different ideas, because sometimes you can get stuck where you say the same thing or your
Right.
emails aren't like really genuine. And even though AI isn't a real person, it
Right.
can sound more genuine, and
Yeah.
is a lot of the times can help create a
Mhm.
little bit more relationship
Yeah.
versus just typing something out over and over again.
Right. I
So
think
we use
that's
it in
using
those.
it the right way. That's how
Yes, yeah,
people should use it. Yeah.
yes, yeah, exactly. And like I've
Yeah.
used it a little bit even for like social media, just drafting something. I'll say,
Mhm.
hey, make a caption about this video that features so and so,
Mhm.
like, and
Yeah.
works great. Yeah,
Yeah.
super easy.
For sure.
Takes less time, so
Yeah.
saves time on everything.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's so true. And I really like that it knows like keywords and what people are searching and what's like a
Hmm.
hot word and
Yeah.
all of that. So for captions,
Yep. And
it's
I
like
think the key thing is like you have to use AI to create it, but you still have to go back and edit it. Like, don't
yep,
just copy and paste, because
100%.
there's probably a word that you would never use in it, and so
Right.
you don't want
Yeah.
it to sound like
Everyone's gonna be
someone way
like,
smarter than you. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah,
Hmm.
exactly.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Do you use Chat GPT or something
Usually.
else? Yeah.
Yep. That's
Yeah.
just easiest.
Yeah,
Hmm.
exactly.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So earlier I talked about that you do so much and, obviously your own agency and your family, but what are some of the other things that you're involved in? I mean, I know you co-host a very large
Yeah.
investor meetup. What else do you do?
Yeah, I mean, I kind of I enjoy the events aspect of
Yeah.
just business and
Yeah.
community, and so
Yeah.
I mean, running the insurance agency, the
Yeah.
family side,
Yeah.
very involved in my church, and then beyond that, outside of those things, like the real estate meetup.
Mhm.
So a friend of mine and I started that about
Yeah.
3 or 2 years ago, not even 3 years ago.
Yeah.
And yeah, it started as just a group of 50 or so people
Mhm.
networking,
Mhm.
and then we developed it more where we brought in speakers, and
Yeah.
then now like the last couple months we've had over 100 people showing
Yeah.
up, and the speakers are like very successful real estate
You fly them
investors.
in
Yes, yeah,
usually.
we've had people fly in,
Yeah.
and so it's like it's very fun to watch that. And
Yeah.
like I don't even do it for the marketing side anymore, it's
Mhm.
just fun. And
Yeah.
so like I started it because it was like, oh, maybe I'll get.
Right.
Now it's like I just enjoy talking about real
Yeah.
estate, and so
Yeah.
it's a fun environment and
Yeah.
just a good culture to be in.
Right. You
Yeah,
have
a lot
some
of positive
amazing
people.
here. Yeah. And you are an investor. I
Yep.
mean, you have,
Yes.
your own doors.
Yep. Yeah.
So
Hmm.
that's
Yeah, there's some crossover
another
there.
thing.
So then yes, I
Yeah.
have real estate that I kind of dabble in a little bit. I'm not a professional by any means, but I like to think I'm pretty good in that area, at least aware of the market. And then, I mean, those are probably the big things.
Yeah.
I mean, and fitness is a big thing.
Yeah.
So really try to prioritize that. I don't like doing the same thing over and over again. So I try to like mix it up and just do hard things.
Right.
Like, well, you've done 75 hard and stuff like that.
Yeah. Really?
I know.
Oh,
I probably should.
You would kill it.
It might be fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it is.
But like
fun.
ran a marathon,
Right.
Ironman,
You've done other
a lot of basketball
disciplines.
stuff. Yeah. Random like ultra weekend things. And so,
How have you found that the fitness and the health and everything has impacted your business?
I think I've told you this or we've talked about it, but how you do anything is how you do everything. And just that thought of like, if you're not disciplined in your body, you're probably not disciplined in business. You're probably not disciplined in family or even faith, how you manage that. And so I think it just carries over into all parts of life. And so not saying that people that don't do fitness aren't disciplined or can't have that, but I think it helps and it makes it a lot easier. And I mean, you and I have both found community in fitness. And so now you like get to go on runs with people. You're biking with friends. You're playing basketball with people. And so it's not just something to stay in good shape. It's now like a fun activity that you're building relationships through.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. That was how I really that's what made me actually do 75 hard. Is I was at a real estate conference and somebody said the best thing I ever could have done for my business is to learn how to be more disciplined. And it started when I did 75 hard. Wow. And that's how because it's a mental discipline, even though it feels like it should be just a fitness or a physical discipline. They're so intertwined, and that caught me so off guard, but so true.
Yeah. And you've done it a few times. So
I've done it twice successfully, and then the Live Hard year.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, cold showers, man.
Yeah, no. I tried that for a month or so.
It's not even. Have you ever done a cold plunge?
Yes.
I have not. That sounds real awful.
It wasn't terrible, but it also wasn't convenient. Like you have to go dry off after you're like, getting ready. It just
yeah. But I mean, we all find our own things that we like and that work for us and that keep us disciplined.
Yes. Yeah.
So how do you? I mean, because the things that you mentioned, like the marathon, the Ironman, those take up so much time. How do you balance all of the things? What are some kind of tips? I know it's probably always just ebbing and flowing, of course, but
I think the main advice I would give if someone wants to try something challenging is making sure that you're not sacrificing things that are of more importance. Like for me, like faith, family are above fitness. So if something in those areas is struggling, I'm going to focus there before going on a bike ride or whatever it might be. You might have to turn it up.
I'm calling.
Hello.
Hey, Hannah. This is Jordan Hill, and
Oh, hey, Jordan.
Hi. I have your husband on a podcast right now.
Oh, awesome.
And I just want to know if he truly wears khakis everywhere. And I said, "Do you wear them around the house? Do you wear them to bed?" And he said he doesn't. Is that true?
Oh, he has like a full set of like a khakis, like top and bottom pajamas. And
I knew it.
Send him to therapy, and he just refuses. It's like his identity. So
I knew this.
If you could help him,
I will. I'll talk to him. Yeah, absolutely. Dr. Jordan to the rescue. Okay.
Thank you, doctor.
All right. Absolutely. Bye, Hannah.
Okay, bye.